What's up, guys? Had a few questions on how to meld the major and minor scales again. So trying to clear that up just a little bit more, or maybe give you some more resources on how to approach it. I'm going to let you know how I approach these things and how I meld them, and hopefully it'll make sense to a few of y'all. Let's just start with the G major scale. So G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D maybe, and then come down. Alright, now, if we have the G major scale, there's a few different things that we can do with it. We can take it up and meld it with an A Dorian scale, which is basically the G major scale played starting from the A note. So we would have A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C. Alright, now we get this kind of, I'm just going to play it around and see if you can get that in your ear. Alright, you get that kind of like minor flair, but we're just playing the G major scale starting on A. Alright, so if I wanted to meld the two, I would just take some of those notes and try to land on key points such as the B to make it a major feel, or maybe do an arpeggio there, and then go back to minor. Alright, so a lot of this melding of the two is going to really be based around how fluidly you can get around the G major and the A Dorian and even the E minor scale, because remember, if we go down a step and a half from G, we end up on E, and we can have that E minor scale as well. So alright, so we have three things that I use in melding all these scales together. Alright, and it kind of helps me because if you know the box, you can typically play the box around the A formation. So, and all you have to do is add in the F sharp. Alright, and you get this kind of, you get that kind of like minor feel. Alright, even though you're just really playing a major scale. Now with the E minor scale, you do the same thing. It's kind of that bluesy. Alright, so you're using all the same notes, but remember when I spoke to you guys in the beginning and I said one of the things that I try to do in my soloing is take my knowledge of the notes. The G major scale has one sharp, F sharp, and start in a position that forces me to not play scalar patterns. Alright, so if I know that my F sharp is here, and if I play this, it sounds scalar. Alright, but if I play an F sharp here, alright, some of the stuff that I did there, it sounded a little scalar, but not really, because what I'm doing is I'm starting somewhere where it doesn't seem familiar, and my fingers aren't going to get into the ruts of just scales. Alright, so I ripped off a backing track, and I'm going to put the link on this video, but it's basically a backing track for Dorian modes, and it tells you all the notes that are in it and how to approach them. But I just wanted to kind of maybe just give you a glimpse of what I'm doing here. When I start, it's 16 bars of each chord. When I start, I'm going to stay in the box, and then I'm going to go out to the G major, and then I'm going to end up in the E minor around the 12th fret. I don't know, hopefully. So we're going to start off on the first one. So let's just give it a shot and let's see how it sounds. that was the 3 that we had talked about in the G major scale. Now, you only get 16 bars for this particular video, but I think that's plenty just for you guys to kind of really get an idea of how well you know those scales, because what you're going to be doing is you got 16 bars to make something happen, and it's going to force you to move around the fretboard, or at least you should move around the fretboard and force yourself to be in these positions that don't really make sense, and it will start to open up and open your mind to, wow, I really thought I knew this scale and I really didn't. You heard me, hit a couple wrong notes, and you can see how they affect what's going on. Now, this time I'm going to play it again just one more time, and I'm going to see if I can give you a couple more ideas as far as starting low, ending high, and you can get a better idea of the phrasing that I'm using. Now, I talked to a few of you guys about the phrasing, and phrasing is very important in this kind of melding of the two. All right, you don't hear a lot of straight stuff going. You know what I mean? You hear a lot of. A lot of those ghost notes that are going in there, and those are really important too. And also, you're going to hear a lot of arpeggios. Alright, and those arpeggios are really important, and I'll probably do a lesson right after this on arpeggios, because I don't think that I've gone over it. But a lot of those major 7th arpeggios and minor 7th arpeggios are going to make sense, because in that particular scale, all those arpeggios can fit in each one. So say I have a G major scale, right? My arpeggio for the C would be C, E, G, B, which would be a major 7th arpeggio. Alright, now if I'm jamming in the, sorry, that's my dog. If I'm jamming in the A minor position, which is we're still in G, but we're in the A minor position, I can still play that C major 7th arpeggio. Alright, and end on the A, so it gives it that feel of, oh, it's E minor, and yet I'm still playing the same arpeggio, right? Now, same thing with the E minor. You're just accenting different chord tones in different things, and the only way it's going to make sense is if you do it, maybe write it out and figure out exactly what you're doing. Like when you're playing in that E formation, you're accenting the major 6. All right. When you're playing in G, you're accenting the major 4. When you're in the A, you're accenting the major 3. All right. So it all depends. It's all about approach and release, and it's crazy, and it's going to be really hard for a long time. So don't be discouraged. Just keep on doing it. But let's try it one more time. Let's see if I can give you guys some more ideas. Here we go. So, sorry, you heard me flubbing a couple notes, but it was kind of a good thing, because you saw how, even though I was really in a bad position with those grace notes and the way that I took away from it, most people aren't gonna know that I'm screwing up notes. Most people are gonna be like, do you mean to do that? And it'll give me time to go back to a place where I feel comfortable. All right, I'm still learning too. I don't ever want to give the impression that I can play jazz, because I really can't. I just know how to fake it really well. So let's keep on going, and this is about 10 minutes. So I'm going to give you just some really quick arpeggios to work on, because I really want to make another video just on arpeggios. All right, so let's do this really easy one. What you're going to do is, if you're going to want to play a major arpeggio, I'm going to give you one on top and one on bottom. If you want to play a major arpeggio, what you're going to do is this note right here. I'm on the 8th fret. Sorry about the guitar, but this is what I feel comfortable with. So I'm on the 8th fret. This is your root. So your major 7th arpeggio is going to be one below it. That's going to be your 7th. You're going to go your 5, 3, 1. you get this kind of, this is your major 7th chord. It's a C major 7th chord because our root is right here, or our root is right here. Alright, and this works anywhere you go. Alright, so one way to get the arpeggio going into your riffs is just to give it a little, and just do a little sweep there. You know, they're really easy. You know what I mean? And it sounds kind of jazzy. The other thing you can do is, and just give it, you know, there's 1,000 different things that you can do with this just one formation. Alright, now, like I said, that's generic, as in you can move it all over your fretboard. Just make sure your pinky's on your root note. So it'd be good to know your notes on the 4th string, like G, A, B flat, C, D. So, or you can approach it from the top, which the note right before the root is your 7th, and you're just going to build that little ladder. So 1 note per string and 1 fret down. Alright, now as far as your major 7th arpeggios on the bottom, one that I like to use a lot is this one. Alright, now I'm on the 3rd fret on the C again to play a C major one. So we got C, we got E, we got G, and we got B. So my C is here on the 3rd fret, my E is here on the 7th fret, G on the 5th fret of the next string, and B on the 4th fret. Now, when I do that, what I try to do is I try to add in, and I try to go up to the, keep on going up. So I end on the 7th, and then I keep on going up to the 9th, which is the D, and then I hit the G, which is the 5th, or the, I think it's the 13th. 9, 10, 11, that's 11, sharp 11. And then, regular 11, sorry. And then I hit the B, and then I go up to the D. So I end up doing this little, alright, which is actually a second inversion G major chord. But when you add those extensions in the context of that arpeggio, what you can do is when you come up here to the D and end on the D and come back down to the B, you can go back down and add in your 7th arpeggio down. So alright, so yeah, that's going to be a little bit of work because I remember when I made it up and it was a little weird. So C, E, G, B, D, G, B, D, back down to the B, G, E, C, back to the B. Alright, so there are a couple arpeggios for you. If you want to do a minor one, pretty easy. You can like take your minor scale, which you got that A minor that we were talking about with the G, and you can just bar over the A, which is, this is your minor 7th chord, and just hit that 9th right there, and it turns into a minor 9th chord. Give it a little bend, so you have that minor 3rd, which is the minor chord again, and then come back down to the A, and that's a really good minor arpeggio that I rip off all the time. Let's see here. I think that's good for right now. I think you guys got a lot. I think if you watch this video a little slow and just take it piece by piece, it's gonna make a lot of sense. But if you try to do it all in one whack, you may hate me. So hopefully that helps. Give it a shot, and we'll just keep on trying until I do something that works, right? But thanks for the comments, and be sure to let me know what you think, so I know what works and what doesn't work for y'all. These lessons are for y'all. So hope you're digging them, and talk to you guys soon. Happy Thanksgiving.